Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your manifestation coach. All the information for me is below. I mainly coach with emails and audios that are specifically tailored to help you achieve your manifestation goals. We go through everything in my coaching, through your childhood, through your belief system that you've inherited from your parents, parenthesis here. Thank them very much. We go through techniques, how to properly script, how to properly imagine, how to properly affirm. I'm going to get to that in just a little bit. We talk almost every single day. I go through your audio, I take my extensive notes, and I reply back with my feedback, with my advice, with further guidance to how to better your life. Now, there is a 2 to 3 week currently to be put on my waiting list to be coached by me. If I'm already in touch with you, that does not apply to you. But if you want to be on the waiting list, and I can let you know when a person exits my coaching, you will be the first one to get the response back, essentially. It helps if you pre-book. It helps if you prepay, so I know you're serious about being put on the waiting list. Otherwise, I understand. You can email me with any questions. I'm happy to answer. I'm so happy you're watching my channel, but I'm so busy that if you don't pre-book, I don't understand that you want to be coached by me, okay? That's just the reality of things. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, contrary to popular belief, okay? And I'm going to get to that in just a little bit. If you want to be on my waiting list, the email for me is below. It's magicandmiracles7@gmail.com. The other email is just connected to my bank account for those of you living in US. So, if you want to pre-book, you can use payments like Cash App, which I very much prefer. You can use Venmo, or I can send you a link directly related to my company. Just let me know when you're ready to sign up. I don't prefer my website and PayPal currently because there's been so much activity on both that they're giving me a little bit of a hard time. They're trying to ask me questions, what my company is about. It's a fairly new YouTube channel, fairly new website. So when I'm done with these situations, I will let everybody know. Until such time, please use those kinds of payment options, okay? And if you have any questions, like I said, please email me directly. Happy to answer anything. Okay, the other thing I feel like covering here is I'm so grateful that so many people, are listening to my channel and, like benefiting and everything like that. Thing is though, right? I've spoken about this many times before, but if you're asking me a question that's related to your coaching, I am not going to answer. I'm not going to answer. Why? Because I take my job very seriously. I'm a professional. I only have like 190 videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're asking me something that I've already addressed on my channel, please do your homework and look through those situations. This is why I invested my time, so that people who are not in my coaching still can benefit from my presence on the web, right? So if I'm already giving you something and you're still asking me a question about something that's been addressed, on the surface level, that is, please go and watch. That's all I ask. And if I'm telling you that I only have 190 videos on my YouTube channel, why are you still asking me the same question? I'm not trying to be rude. Okay, I'm pointing out the fact that you're lazy. Okay, so I'm not being lazy. Come up to my level and start investing in your manifestational game. Otherwise, get coaching and I will hold your hand through the entire process. So when people start having an attitude with me and saying to me that I am rude, I curse too much, or I don't have the same delivery, then stop fucking watching me, all right? Then stop watching me. I don't care. I'm putting out the information for those who can't find it anywhere else, because frankly, I've started this channel for that very reason, for showing other people what's not available anywhere else. Because between you and I, guys, most of metaphysical teachers are full of shit. They're just there parroting back what they heard. They don't understand what it all means, and they make it tremendously difficult to understand. And I just get, or the worst part, right? Telling you something that is untrue. I hear it in my coaching so many times and it boils my blood. Seriously though. This is why I started this coaching channel. This is why I started coaching in the first place. But like I said, in the beginning, I was coaching only the entertainment people who, you know, for the majority of time weren't really like, you know, into metaphysics and stuff like that. But you people are intelligent. You've like downloaded and watched all sorts of fucking videos and everything like that. You understand that if you're on my channel, I'm delivering something, right, that's not available anywhere. And not to brag, but I've done my research and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do I curse? Yes. Can I come across rude? Yes. But you know something? I'm not one of those coaches that's going to be like, oh, you know what? Sunshine and butterflies and please understand my point of view. No, I'm a fucking Rottweiler, okay? It's needed for you to understand some kind of direct approach where it's going to nudge you to reestablish certain kinds of understandings and realize your beliefs are not fucking working for you. Okay, this is the reason why you're having problems. And I'm not going to be like, oh, please, you know, this technique. And don't you know manifesting is easy, and not explain how it's done. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this because I'm pissed the fuck off at people who both do the shitty job on the internet of explaining how it actually works, and two, people who complain about me being rude. I'm allowed my personality just like you're allowed your personality. And if my personality works for most people, those who have a problem with it are just going to have to suck it up. That's all I have to say about that, okay? I am very direct. I am not going to change for anybody. Not for you, not for anybody, okay? In fact, that's what I get paid for. That's my job, to be direct. That's my job, to cut to the chase, instead of some of the people spending like 9 months in fucking coaching with those coaches that probably tell you, oh, please, can't you understand how to manifest? No. It's not my interest. It's not my interest whatsoever. I want to coach people who download this information that I give them, and they're off and running, and I want to hear success stories. Here's another part I wanted to address, and then I'm going to wrap up with this stupid shit. The other day, somebody asked me, oh yeah, but you know, if you're so great, where are the success stories? Okay. If you heard my channel, if you heard anything about what I do, again, I coached mostly people who were well known. And some of these people don't give a flying fuck about anybody knowing their business. They really don't. And I would go as far as to say that nobody wants to expose their business on YouTube. If you've noticed, I don't talk about my personal relationships on my direct personal relationships. I talk about my friends, I talk about my business, I talk about certain situations that I've manifested, but I will never talk about my personal life. Why? Because you know what? At some point, you will have to start appreciating some privacy. And so if somebody wants to share it on my channel, like the other day I had somebody share that they manifested something, good. But for the most part, people who coach with me are super intelligent, successful. They don't care about exposing themselves. If somebody does it, great. But I pride myself in being confidential about every single one of my clients. I don't go and start, oh, you know what? Let me post this because I want to impress somebody. I don't give a shit about impressing anybody. I care about coaching you so that you get results. And you know what? If you hear my videos and you get impressed, and then you impress your subconscious mind, and you go and manifest something to your benefit, good. Do you need to scream to the world about it? Probably not, if you're intelligent and if you understand that, you know what, it doesn't really matter to expose yourself to others. It matters what you derive from the coaching or from the videos even. I don't have the necessity to prove myself to anybody. The only time I've shared a success story on this channel was because I had the permission to. And even then, I didn't share her name or anything like that. She literally told me, you have my permission to share this because this was such an extraordinary manifestation in my life. And that's the proposal story. You can find it. But otherwise, people don't want to share it. And I respect that profoundly. So my coaching is another level of coaching. I don't do this shit where hey guys, if please, can you give me a recommendation? I don't need it. I don't fucking need it. Okay. Cause I'm that confident. Yeah. I'm that rude. Take that to the bank and let me know. I feel like somebody who would ask a question like that is actually completely unsuccessful in their manifestation story, game, and just looking for confirmations that this is something that doesn't actually work. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking me questions like that. You would just do the work and see for yourself. The best proof is the proof to yourself. Case in point, nobody wants to share their stories. They're just enjoying their lives. Okay, so let's move on from this bullshit. The subject of today is the power of Godstate. Of course, this is a reference to feeling like you are God. To not just feeling, but to being God. To knowing that you're a God, you're the God of your creation, 100%. It's the premise that there is no one else. There is no one else. There is no one else. There is no power outside of you. There is no person outside of you. You created all. You created start to finish. This is a hologram of your creation from start to finish. It's fake in the sense that it doesn't really exist. It exists in your imagination, as covered very extensively by Neville. The world is made of your imagination. The world is made of you. And so, when you attribute any kind of importance to anything else, you're giving away your power as God. And I'm just here teaching people that they should give themselves back the power and stop being so insecure about it. The confidence that everybody tells me in my coaching, you have such confidence, you have such conviction of what you're saying. Yes, because I've experienced experienced miracles, experienced such incredible bullshit which is not really bullshit, but I'm just saying incredible, beautiful stuff that I was left with no doubt in my mind how to recreate this. And I was left with no doubt in my mind that I am the God of my reality and everybody can go fuck themselves. If somebody comes and tells me this is impossible, I look at them like they have 3 heads and think to myself, oh yeah, okay, This is just another person is trying to tell me something is completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. And I have fun. I get off on these things when somebody tells me it's impossible. I do it all day long. Every day almost. They tell me it's impossible, and then all of a sudden it becomes fucking possible in 10 minutes. Oh, but you said it was impossible. What happened? Oh, it got worked out. Okay. No, it's because I applied my knowledge that I am God, and you're going to completely do as I say. Okay? Because it's my reality. And that's what happens. But the thing is, right, you don't start having this confidence, this conviction until and unless you start manifesting things that there is no mistake in your mind you've manifested this. None whatsoever. This is what I scripted, this is what I affirmed, this is what I visualized, and here it is right in front of me. Oh, when that happens, do you know how it's the first indication, right? If it's your first manifestation on purpose, you get so alarmed. Your whole belief system goes berserk, and you're like, oh my, it feels like ecstasy. It feels like another knowing. It feels like another parallel reality, whatever you want to call it. It feels like otherworldly. Why? Because you usually don't experience this if you don't know who you are. Once you know that you are God, once you know that you are the God of your reality, okay? And I know for the religious people, this is going to be very hard to hear, but nevertheless, you are the God of your reality. You start doing it every single day. And there are no mistakes, like none whatsoever. The whole world completely surrounds you and dances to your tune. There's no mistake. None, not even in your business, not in your personal relationship. Even if you make certain kinds of mistakes, quote unquote, there's no mistakes, parenthesis here. You can take it from that point on and create it and morph it into something that is completely to your benefit. So there are no mistakes. None whatsoever. So you have to know there is no one else. You're playing this game, a metaphor, or an analogy rather, I like to use. This is a computer game. This is a completely computer game. It's just, it looks so real, right? So like, oh, I'm sitting here, I'm holding my phone in my hand, and I'm recording this, and I'm talking to all these people who are going to later listen to my voice and hopefully learn something. But at the same time, I'm talking to myself right here, right now. I'm interacting with myself. This is my reality. You know, this is my reality. The chair is me. This room is me. Everything is me. The fireplace is me. New York City is me. I created all of this. This is a dream. This is a computer reality that you are completely manufacturing out of your imagination, 100%. This doesn't actually exist. You're manufacturing it out of your ideas, assumptions, thoughts, feelings, all of that stuff. And so when somebody comes and tells you something that does not correspond to your God state, to what you have decided, I have people confronting me all day long, and I look at them like, what is wrong with you, my darling? Like this person like confronting me on YouTube, like, don't you know you are God? Stop confronting me. It's not about me. I'm just delivering a message here. It's about you. Why don't you realize this really quick so we can have a more intelligent conversation? So maybe I can help you, I can help take you there to where you finally realize in attacking a coach on the internet, you're going to amount to absolutely fucking nothing. You're disappointed, you're bitter, you're angry, you're frustrated. What does this have to do with me? Absolutely nothing. I'm observing your misery from here. Why? do you think that you need to do this? Why? Okay, you're dissatisfied. Okay, you don't know that you're a God. Nothing has worked as far because you don't know that you're a God. Because if you were in the same vibration as I am every single day, in the knowing that I am in every single day, even though, yes, I have permission to be a human and get pissed off when people challenge me, because I'm just like, I don't even have to prove myself at this point in my life, because it's like, understand what I'm saying to you and kind of learn from it. If you had that knowing, you wouldn't be asking me these questions. You would sign up for my coaching and learn more. That's what the fuck you would have done. And take advantage while I'm still offering coaching, because guys, at some point I won't. If my channel grows to such a degree where like it becomes too overwhelming for me, I might stop coaching. Like, on YouTube. I will still keep my clients in the entertainment business, but I might stop coaching altogether, because it just becomes like I'm receiving emails like crazy. It's insanity, and I still have to take a shower and to play with my dog and do other things creatively and stuff like that. So take advantage while I'm still here. In the case of a specific person, I have to cover this for the specific people here. The power of Godstate is beyond any affirmations, any visualization, any technique. Because if you've downloaded the frequency of being the God of your reality, if you've downloaded the frequency of being the decider, basically, of your reality, of your life, entirely from start to finish, okay, then you understand that there is no one outside you, and your SP is you. All the circumstances that you've created around them are you too. It's the belief system that you've outpictured. Okay, so if you're God, everything is you. So therefore your SP is you, and the belief systems that you've got currently going on. Okay, the other day I had this really funny conversation. A friend of mine told me, I'm not going to mention his name. I can't. And he said, I think human beings are just God, but with distorted belief systems. I'm putting it like in a, PG language. Human beings are gods with distorted belief systems, because some of us are walking around with belief systems that do not serve us anymore, have never served us. And so my practice here with you guys, with the people in my coaching, is to help you understand what you believe currently, so you can change that once and for all, and then become God. Because as a human being, you go through certain situations, you grow up with parents that, give you their belief systems that not always are beneficial. Okay, you have situations with other romantic partners that you pick up certain belief systems and blah, 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 blah. So you're walking around with belief systems, right? And then you create your SP based on those belief systems and the circumstances around them. And then you complain, why did this turn out this way? Okay. Do you know the answer already? Yeah. It's because of the belief systems. You created the same situation before, over and over. You created what you experienced in your childhood, blah, 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 blah. How do you correct it? You process your belief systems, you process your emotions. We cover this extensively in my coaching. But the main point I'd like to make, once you do this, once the slate is clean, you get to create anything. You become completely coherent with your God state. You get to choose anything. So I don't care how long for this fucking SP has been absent from your life. I don't care what has transpired up until now. I don't care how long for the situation has been going on. I don't care what he's done or she's done. what kind of person he's even been or she's been. It's all correctable. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There is no one reality. The old story is important in coaching with me only because we need to cover what you already manifested. After that, we reconstruct it. Like, pick it apart one by one brick at a time, and then rebuild the house from scratch. Like, keep the good parts, replace the bad parts. Let's go. And let's construct something that you actually want. Because the reality of things is that when you change everything that you want to change, when you create this new house, this new belief system, this new blueprint, right? Everything runs smoothly. Very smoothly, my darling. Because once you have this, you understand that you have this power, everything is in place, you've taken out the garbage of your stupid beliefs, and you are completely aligned, but I mean aligned with your God state. And now you're like, let's play jazz. I'm going to decide X, Y, and Z about my SP. Here's what I want to manifest. Here's how they are right now. Here's what's happening. And like I said, I don't care how long for it's been going on. I don't care how long you haven't heard from them or what they've done and blah, blah, blue, blah, blue. It's all correctable. Because in the minute that God says, I'm changing this, it's changed. It's changed. And I know in the 3D world that we occupy, change takes time to reflect because you have been running for so long on certain kinds of other beliefs. You need to give it a minute before the new reality shows up. But it will show up. Oh, will it show up? Holy shit, bananas. I have this expression, holy bananas. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Who cares? It's going to show up. The change is instant in the 5D, and then the train starts moving. You just have to stick to it for a second. Well, longer than a second, obviously, but you have to stick to it. You have to accept the change that you've established that you want. You have to accept it. You have to accept this is the reality now. This is the reality I'm communicating to. I'm God. I decided this is the reality that's playing. And even though, like I said, you do not see it yet, you know that this is the reality that's playing now. And it doesn't matter if you don't see it. It does not matter. If you see something even opposite to that, okay? It doesn't matter. Inside your head, you're like, I've got it made, babe. I got it made. I know exactly what's happening next. So just relax, take some chamomile tea, and chill. Well, why don't you? When you do this, when you accept the change internally, when you understand that this is exactly what you ordered, that you are God and nothing else is coming other than what you decided, then everything changes. Everything changes. Not only in the 3D, but like I said, you start understanding that if you can create this, you can create anything. And I don't really care if it's SP, money, job, some other kind of relationship. Whatever you want, my darling. Whatever the fuck you want. Just ask for it. Create the ambience, create the frequency. It's there the entire time. This is the funny, not so funny, right? It's there the entire fucking time, waiting for you to be like, when are they going to realize that they've got the power all along to create this reality? We're waiting. Who is we? I mean, SP, money, career, job, house, blah, 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 blah. Just redo it in your mind. Redo it in your mind. And again, I have to stress this because, well, many people will advertise something else on other YouTube channels. And I've seen some of these teachers, and it's really annoying because it kind of breaks my heart, actually, to see some people like advertise channels and do all this like so-called coaching and never disclose what the real reason is to this person who's watching the video, which is that it's all about you. It's not about the fucking technique. It's not about visualization. It's not about affirmations even. It's about you. It's about you. Your beliefs, whatever the fuck you went through, your experiences, everything to do with you. You, and you. Everything to do with you. And so when you do the work on you, the reality changes, like automatically it changes. If you change your mind about something, like let's say I'm sitting here and, or you sitting there, because I don't have this problem. You're sitting there, you're going to change your mind about your SP right now. Provided you did the work, okay? Provided you did the work on your beliefs. Always have to say that. You can change them in 1 fucking second. If you wrote it down, if you understood what you're doing, and that you are God, you're in a God state of decision, of deciding right now what it is you need to do to change your reality. You change it in your mind. Your mind is the outpicturing of everything outside you. If you completely like put it in stone that this is what is going to happen, it doesn't matter what it is right now. I'm deciding right now this is my reality. Period. 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 Do you know how many changes you can make in such a short period of time if you arrived at that God state? It would literally blow your motherfucking mind. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done it. It's pretty mind-blowing. My clients have done it. That's cool. But the thing is to work on yourself. Because the results can be so in the beginning it's mind-blowing because you know what, like you're not used to it and stuff. But then it becomes more and more habitual. It's like, yeah, this is how reality works. I didn't know it before. I was attributing importance to other things like my SP, the outside world, the career, the job, the other like partners and people and this and that. But then I'm like, oh, this is, yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. Now, here's the deal, right? Even when you are in this God state, once in a while, you might fall off the wagon, the proverbial wagon. And don't freak out. I already covered this on my channel. Go watch. Don't freak out when that happens because just as you fell off, you can get back up. And just as if somebody comes into your reality and tells you something you don't like, you can change it. And just as if something, just happens that doesn't please you, you can change it. You can address it. Don't be afraid to understand that, well, okay, this happens for a reason. What is the reason? I haven't decided something. I was unaware of something that a decision needs to be made. That's the only reason. So I can decide right now. And then it's an adjustment of your reality. The confidence with which you need to make these decisions needs to be like literally life or death. Because if you're not going to make these kinds of decisions that benefit your reality, forget it. Like literally forget it. You need to be in God's state the entire day, more or less. And like I said, if you fall off the wagon, that's fine. But you need to keep at it and you need to be present with your decisions. Whenever you make a decision, It needs to be completely in God's state, high vibration. And I'm a little bit late releasing this audio video because I needed to put myself in God's state, because I no longer am going to tolerate these kinds of situations on my channel. I'm just going to block people. And I'm no longer going to even respond to situations where I'm being challenged. That's my decision. Okay. I know it's like I trigger a lot of people because I'm so direct, but that's your problem, not mine. Instead of being triggered, like I said, get in coaching with me. I'm going to leave you with this thought. Okay. And then I have to go back to work. What if everything is already exactly as you want it to be? And the only reason you do not see it is because of your belief system. Because your belief system gets outpictured. I'll read it to you again. What if everything is already exactly as you want it to be, and the only reason you do not see it, or you're sabotaging it, parenthesis here, is because of your belief system? Your reactions, your thoughts, your assumptions are your belief system. And it deprives you from seeing the real picture in your life. Thanks so much for listening. All the information from me is again below. Please follow the instructions that I gave you in the beginning. Until next time, ciao, ciao.